All right, welcome back everybody to another episode of Now Teslafy FSD version 13.2.8. I did this drive last night. It's sort of a modified version of, and still not going to be able to pull out from the side of the road. So I won't count that as a disengagement or a intervention. But at any rate, so I did this last night, got the update last night, and I filmed it. I put some clips out there on my X feed. Go ahead and check those out. Some interesting things, including the thing that we're going to retest right now. It had a horrible failure at the bottom of this hill. But first, I'd certainly like to shout out my newest subscribers. I've got Henry A. Rinya. I probably got too many re's in there. There's a lot. And a special shout out to Eric Gregory. Super thanks. That's awesome. I've never gotten one of those before. So I appreciate you, man. And thank you also for subscribing. And Dustin A. and Lenny S. Thank you so much again for subscribing to my channel. I am like 15 subscribers away from getting 1,000 on YouTube, which has been a goal for obviously the last couple of years. And I never do this. I try not to do it as much, but apparently it's to my detriment. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Especially subscribe since I'm so close. I really appreciate it. It's a couple of clicks. I don't upload that often. Hopefully you actually like my content anyway. I've got Cybertruck accessory videos coming out here very soon. I'm going to edit those as well this weekend. Some very cool stuff to share. Simple accessories that anybody can find value in. Okay, so last night we did this, and this is a controlled left turn. For the longest time, I actually had issues with this left turn only lane. For some reason, it didn't want to get into this lane. Last night, I got a green arrow, and it not only didn't want to go, but it went straight. And not only did it go straight, but it went straight into the turn lane on the other side. So we'll see if we have a repeat performance. We are getting a left. So I don't know, it could be those like initial installs because that was my first thing right after installing it. So that's perfectly executed for a very simple thing, right? So we are good there. So that was just a quirky thing, I guess, last night. But that will be in my X feed. Definitely check it out on X at Now Teslafy if you are not on X. That's where I spend most of my time too. So I like engaging with folks on X and keep up with the community there. So that was the first thing. I will probably just go ahead and cut to the top of the Pybus challenge unless I get something interesting, because I don't necessarily need this to be a super long video and there's not a lot between here and then. Alright, so far, intervention-free drive. Had to do some route adjustments and that sort of thing. I mean, we're on track and all that, but a couple things. So, we're at the top of the Pybus challenge. If you're new to the channel, again, thank you so much for watching. At the bottom of this hill is a right turn only lane that on almost every single version has had some issues with. I've had a couple that have nailed it, but it seems to be a recurring issue until now. Perfect. So this is literally all it needed to do every time. As long as it stays in this lane, we're good to go. But you'll see at the bottom of this hill is a four-way stop. It is a right turn only lane on the right lane. So if we stayed in this lane, we would need to turn right, have to turn right, but our goal is to mark it at the bottom of the street, so it needs to go through this light, the next intersection, and the following intersection as well. The other thing I did while I was en route here, which, as long as I didn't cut the video, would be maybe in the fast forwarding, etc. I put a pin in the parking lot for this location, so it's the same location, and last night, I was able to get it to find a parking spot at that location, and it actually just parked by itself. So it was an empty parking lot, nobody was there, so you know, in and of itself it's not super impressive. Well, I was overjoyed by it. Anyway, so far we're on track with the Pybus challenge. We made it through this intersection. We just have the next intersection to go, which is also tripped it up. On other versions, for some reason, it would get into this right lane. And now we're getting a left turn indicator, which we don't need, because we're going through this intersection, right? So, shenanigans with... All right, well, look at that. So instead of going into the market like it did last night... Oh, is it going to pull over? Oh my gosh. This is almost more impressive, except... What? This is weird. I've not ever had this before. Obviously a crap parking job. It. Oh, you guys, this is too weird. So there's some things it's trying to do. It really wants to get to I'm lost for words. I don't even know. I can't reverse, so I gotta kind of get it into the spot here so we have some level of success getting out. But we will try it from this location and see what happens. Park. Actually, we'll just go straight, right? And I have the wheel, so let's see. Let's see what happens. And this way, I don't know why it wants to do this, but we will take it. Let's just see what happens. So the wheel's moving. We have cars coming. It needs to jump out there. So you can see we've got some vehicles on the way. It should go now. Plenty of room to go. It should go. Come on. Wheel. We've got, yeah, it's doing this thing, like recently. I don't know why it does this. Okay. Well, it did the same thing in .7. So there's an accelerator tap just to get out of the spot. Obviously, we got the same thing at the beginning of the drive. I'm not entirely sure what's up with that. I'm also not entirely sure why that's different. It has been able to do that in previous versions. So anyway, strange. But here's another weird thing that I guess I'm going to add to this loop. So again, this is kind of a modified version of my original route. This one is going to take us a little off-road, which is interesting. And it's like the mildest of off-roading, so no reason to get super excited about it. But we do have a yield to any traffic coming, but it's just going to go for it, which is fine. That was perfectly clear. And a decent speed through here. This is sort of like a weird parking lot. And then we hit our gravel. So we're adding a gravel off-road experience. Truck just wants to play in gravel, I guess. But what we'll see up here, which this is definitely going to be kind of a mirror of what I did last night, is another challenge that I have had, which I used to have like a second loop, but it was just so similar to my first one that I just stopped doing loop 2. And the main reason was for just a couple of small items. But I'll tell you a little bit more about it once we get there. So this is an interesting intersection that maybe if this ends up becoming part of my loop will be a good test, because on occasion it will have a green arrow to make a left. Oh, look at this. It's gonna do it. Yes. Okay. So my second issue may not end up being an issue. So strange. I don't understand. Oh, look at this. Oh, just as I said, too early. Alright, so I might as well tell y'all. Just a lot going on here. Okay, so that last intersection, green turn only, and then turns to a solid green, so obviously you have to yield to oncoming traffic, which can be pretty hairy, especially during busy times of traffic. What we just saw also is a left turn into our one-way here, 3 lanes one-way, right? This lane that we're in now becomes a left turn only. Very similar to my Pybus challenge. And it cannot go straight. It very much stays in this lane almost all the time. Almost all the time stays in this lane and wants to go straight at an intersection that's the next 2 intersections up. And instead of getting into a lane that actually is straight, even though there is like even a small curb. So it did it last night where it stayed in this lane, but I thought it was thinking ahead and getting in this middle lane, which is the one we should be in. So right now we should be getting over into that right lane, because this now is a left turn only lane. We've got plenty of room to the right, and look at that. Okay. It didn't do that last night with like 0 traffic. So this is one of the things that has just like confounded me from FSD version to FSD version, is I'm on the same version. I did that exact same thing last night under less traffic circumstances. The time of day shouldn't matter because headlights are certainly bright enough to illuminate the road, and sometimes I've actually found that nighttime performs better than daytime. But just not even, maybe 12 hours ago, a little over 12 hours ago. Yeah, a little more than 12 hours ago, I did this exact same route. Okay, perfect. And so here's another issue that I had on 13.2.6. It wanted to get into that left lane and go back that way. So far, 13.2.8, over the course of even just being installed for a little bit, we're on track essentially to have a full-on, legitimate, disengagement-free, aside from pulling out from our initial stopping source, intervention-free drive. And, clearly we're not seeing super complicated intersections that you might get in LA or San Francisco, which obviously traffic complicates those things more so than not. But, and here's actually going to be an interesting situation. Are we going to be stuck in the intersection? No, it's actually going to make a move over to the left, which is a great idea. So it will eventually need to get into this right-hand lane, but it was really good actually to see it get out of that intersection. And then now, I've never actually had an issue with it being in this lane and then not being able to get over into the right lane, which is our next lane position of choice in order to continue on the route. So this, so far, and I'm trying not to jinx it and trying not to get too excited, this is fantastic. This is like all like stuff that like normally happens. This Jeep doesn't want to let me in, so we may have to see who lets us in here. It's slowing down instead of speeding up. I might have actually sped up in order to fit into this lane. So the guy behind him is going to let us in. But we're going really slow. And I'm going to have to turn the wheel there because for almost cussed there. The stupid monitoring is really frustrating in the Cybertruck. And I don't know, I guess Chris just got his first strike. Dirty Tesla just got his first strike. I think it was in the Cybertruck too. The intention monitoring is so weird. I was not doing anything but maybe looking at the turn, right? Anyway, so this has always been another issue. We need the center lane, which we are in. Perfect. This is exactly right. So, and this has been an issue on and off through my entire FSD history, a little over 3 years. And it's crazy. But it's nailed it today. So that's awesome. You love that whistling? I love that 36 mile an hour front motor whistling. A sweet oscillation noise that really exudes performance and capability and impressiveness, especially to passengers who experience a Cybertruck for the first time and say, "What's that whistling?" And I tell them, it's just how it sounds. I already took it to the service center, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's like a cat whistle or something. I love it. I'm going to embrace it. At any rate, front motor whistling oscillation aside, coming a little bit hot to that corner, or that stop. Okay, so it still was able to brake just fine, but that was a little bit hot for me. I wish it would have slowed down a little bit more, but that's fine. And rolling right through the intersection. So there's not much left to this drive, and instead of parking and chewing at your ear, we had a fantastic drive. Unless something super strange happens the next couple of intersections, it nailed everything. It fixed the problem I had last night, the super egregious error of going through that left controlled turn. It had a green arrow, and then last night I had to press the accelerator through it, and it actually then ended up in the wrong lane, the wrong side, going straight. It just was a disaster. Today, nailed it, went through it. It nailed the Pybus challenge. Some wonky blinker stuff that I've noticed. Blinker too early, blinker too long, and then we didn't actually end up going into the market. Instead, it parked itself on the side of the street in between some cars. So that's pretty impressive. Clearly not a parallel park or even a clean park. My back end was sticking out in the lane just a little bit, but it wasn't much. To its credit, it did pull over. So that's great. And then on our return trip, it got out of that left turn only lane. That has been that didn't do that last night. It was in that left turn lane last night and wanted to go straight through it. So it nailed that today for you guys on camera. So I'm glad y'all got to see that. And then of course it nailed the Sellar Bridge challenge, which is that middle lane. So really good maneuvering. We got a cat in the middle of the road. Slowing down for the cat. Yeah, we love cats. I love cats. I know a lot of you have dogs. I travel too much to take dogs places, and I don't like, yeah, there's a whole story. I love dogs too. I love them so much. I would love to have one, but we're just gone too much, and I don't want to take them with me and all that good stuff. But fantastic drive, 13.2.8. If it continues to perform exactly like we just saw, I don't know what's left. I mean, aside from the Cybertruck's ability to park itself, and then obviously getting out of parking spots like we saw. Yeah, I know. I'm pulling over so I can finish the video. So once I'm able to get the button to enable FSD from parking and do the auto reverse. I'm so excited to see those maneuvers. I'm so jealous of Hardware 4, Model Ys and 3s and S's and that sort of thing that have gotten that update or that ability. But the important thing for me is it nailed all that stuff today. So this was a phenomenal drive. Thank you so much, Tesla, the Tesla AI team, and thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to this far in the video. Comment if you made it this far in the video, and I'll give you a shout out in my next video as well. Other than that, the last thing I'll say, I didn't record it, but it pulled into my driveway yesterday. It hadn't done that in a long time yet either. So, amazing things happening in the FSD world. And if you're watching this video, you know what's going on, but the rest of the world has no idea. They have no idea. This is amazing to see and to be a part of. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, peace.